Okay, folks, I am a SnyderVerse fan, and I do have some genuine confessions to make about why I don't support the new Gunverse or the DCU as we know it. So, first of all, welcome to Christosophy. Obviously, I'm not just going to go through the regular intro and ignore the fact that I've been gone for a while. I haven't made a video in a while. If you watch me on the Granted Geek Show, I've made videos, but I'm finding that Christosophy is really it's for me. It's not for the algorithm or for views, clicks, likes, subscribers, and stuff. It's just when I feel something very strongly, I need to express that and put that out there for people to see. But anyway, thank you for all the people who have supported the channel anyway thus far. So first off, let me get a few things out of the way. This is not a video about SnyderVerse versus the Gunverse at all. I am a SnyderVerse fan. What does that mean? It means I genuinely do prefer the darker take on DC characters. I like the color palettes and the gods among men, the more mature theme, all those different kinds of things. That resonates with me as a DC fan. And I totally understand that there are people who like the Gunverse, who different elements of DC superheroes resonate with them. Cool, that's great. I have nothing against people. It's just not my cup of tea. And also, a second point, I do not like the way that Warner Brothers handled moving on from Snyder, especially, him going through the horrible tragedy in his own family. Just the whole thing surrounding that, I think, was handled poorly. Okay, so that's just another point, but I'm putting all that to the side because the problems that I have with the DCU, as it is called now, with Gunn, is not so much the DCU as it is Gunn himself. It is a personal thing. Now, what do you mean personal? I don't know the man personally, okay? But I know Hollywood likes to have a short memory, but people should not. And there were some comments, some things that James Gunn said in the past that got him fired from Disney. Disney, at the height of their, MCU and all this stuff, James Gunn coming off hits like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Great stuff, great franchise. But some things that he said resurfaced, and it was hats off to Disney. It impacted them, and they said, we think it's best if we move on from you because of some things that you said. Now, that does not mean that we should not forgive. In fact, Disney, they ended up rehiring him to direct Guardians 3 and stuff like that. And so the industry as a whole has kind of forgiven Gunn, and I'm all for that. We should forgive people. People say things. We don't always speak before we tweet. We don't always think before we speak. And so that's not the point. I can't even repeat the things that he said. I'm not even going to show it on the screen, actually, because it's just, I don't even care. This channel's not even monetized, but it's just stuff I don't want to repeat. But it has to do with, kitty stuff, grapes, remove the G. All those different kinds of things, very insensitive and derogatory remarks made. You can look this up for yourself on your own. And sure, I mean, guys, people in general, we say stuff just to be funny sometimes, and it doesn't come out right, or we try to push the boundary. And James Gunn himself even said he was trying to be, edgy and things like that. Sure, cool. Went about it in the wrong way. He acknowledges that. He's made apologies for that. And so I am all for forgiveness. Absolutely, we should forgive. But this is the crux of the issue. There is a difference between forgiveness and putting somebody back in a position of power. There is no one more powerful in DC right now than James Gunn. Okay? And I just think that that's a problem for somebody who has said those kind of things. I'm not saying the man shouldn't be able to work anymore or be blacklisted or anything like that. Of course not. He's got to make a living. Sure, he should be able to work. But that kind of power for somebody who's made those kind of remarks, I think, is disingenuous. And it's the exact type of disingenuous that Hollywood is known for being. And if you do not see the danger in this, then you've clearly never been around Hollywood. I myself have had, experiences with Hollywood, with Nickelodeon, all that kind of stuff. There is so much immense power that even a director or a casting director, somebody like that, or a star in Hollywood has. But when you are the head person at DC, you control what he says goes. Okay? And I'm not saying that he would act out of character or act in a bad way or anything like that. I'll be honest, to me, it rubs me the wrong way as a man that another man would say certain things about, the young ones, right? And so for that reason, folks, I'm not trying to make this video long-winded. I will never support him being in that position and the DCU as a whole. Maybe that's an extreme take. It probably is. And listen, I'm not known for being straight down the middle. I am very opinionated. I thought that, you know, the box office was the biggest player in terms of whether this movie was going to get a sequel or not. But seeing as that really didn't matter, you know, I just watched it on digital. I'm sorry if the Snyder fans are like, oh, how could you? Like, I love the DC characters, and I do want to see, like, if the movie was good or whatever. But yeah, Superman 2 is coming. Maybe it'll be a great movie. James Gunn's first Superman I didn't like personally, but that's not, again, what this video is about. It's just kind of exposing my own bias so that when you see or engage with me online, you kind of know where I'm coming from. If that resonates with you and you agree, of course, let me know down in the comment section below, and we can have a discussion. Love chatting it up with you all, as always, there. This channel will continue to try to shed light into the darkest of places and spaces. As always, Hollywood is one of the most, if not the darkest place around. So with that being said, if you enjoy this kind of content, like, subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss. Also, the set is different. This is the Granny Geek Show set. My studio is going under a sort of renovation right now. But the Christosophy set will be back, and I hope to see you all soon. Thanks so much for watching. Fight evil.